Hello everybody and welcome. This is another build video I'm bringing you. It's Toomba's tips and tricks on Necromancer. A lot of people have asked me for how could I be doing this better, and here is my suggestions for you. I see a lot of people running around as Necros not consuming corpses. That's the best thing. That's the best advice I can give you here. Consume corpses. That's what you're designed to do as a Necro, okay? The Necromancer's strengths revolve around corpses. You can turn corpses into ultimate, like this. You can turn it into healing or damage. That's damage, that's the damage synergy. And the healing synergy looks very much like it. There's another one as well, actually. Enduring Undeath or Life Amid Death is another one as well. Let me show you that. So let's generate some corpses here. My bone armor and my intensive mender. So I can show you what Life of Mid-Death looks like now. This big circle I'm gonna throw down. That circle right there, that's healing. Stay in it and you'll get some heals. It'll heal you, okay? That's Life at Mid-Death. The benefits of Necromancer are consuming corpses, and you can only consume corpses wherever you find them. So you can't be as strong as you could be if you're not generating or consuming corpses. Now in PvP you might find dead bodies everywhere, but if you get caught in a 1v1 out in the middle of nowhere, you've got to have some way of generating corpses for yourself. So Intensive Mender is one choice. The Spirit Mender. The fourth one down in the Gravelord tree, Skeletal Mage, or Skeletal Archer if you're Stam, and Blast Bones. As well as your bone armor, your bone armor. Those generate corpses, okay? Now, consume them and turn them into ultimate with a Bitter Harvest morph. Necrotic Potency is the way to go, because that's 16 ult on the first body, 6 ult on everyone after, and once every 16 seconds it's 16 ult if you use Necrotic Potency. That's crazy high ult gen. It's also got a little heal. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Super powerful. This build, my build here, I'm using... No, let me change gear. I'm using an ult gen build, basically. It's Blood Spawn. It's 14 ults chance. Witchman's gives me resources when I consume ults, so I can just keep going and going like the Energizer Bunny, and Champion of the Hist. And all of this sort of gives me a little bit of damage as well when you put it all together. Champion of the Hist gives me minor heroism at all times in combat, and PvP you're always in combat. So this is just tons of ultimate, and I'm built to drop this ult for my group. Check this out here. That's what I'm designed to do, is just drop that. And then consume all the ult afterwards to go right back to full. And get more ult. Just drop, consume, more ult. Just keep going, and going, and going. Just dropping ult and making ult. Tons of it. I'm at 75 ult already, for like not even light attacking, just consuming ult. For like 4 seconds, 10 seconds. You know, anyways, if you're not generating ult with Necrotic Potency, you can also turn corpses into heals with Life of Mid-Death, which Enduring Undeath is the best one, by far. Makes the heal much longer, so that circle you throw down lasts for longer, heals for more, basically. Mortal Coil is a tether, just like the damage one. It's a tether that heals anyone around that tether. And then the offensive skill that does damage from the Gravelord tree, bottom one, Detonating Siphon, Shocking Siphon, has a magic or stamina morph, and does damage for anything around the corpse. So if you're not using corpses, you're really not using the benefits of Necro. The Scythe is also good for staying alive and doing damage. It's a vampiric ability. It's great. It's a great spammable. Great spammable. Magicka and Stamina morphs for it, so you can use it on whatever build. You should absolutely be using the Scythe on pretty much whatever you got. There's few builds where you wouldn't want to use the Scythe because another benefit to Necro is the Beckoning Armor. Pulls people into you, so you want to be strong in melee. If you're not using Beckoning Armor and you want to be a ranged build, sure, you could do it. You could do that. But Necro was just it's designed to be tankier than it is designed to be anything else. It's designed to be survivable. It really is. When you get low, you've got an ultimate that the Goliath just gives you 1,000,000 health, and you turn into a monster, and then you just don't die for 20 seconds, basically. I mean, it's just really strong. It'll keep you from dying. Then this one just brings your buddies back from the dead, which is pretty cool in PvE or PvP. And the Glacial Colossus I already showed you is just really strong. And I think I might remorph that to the other one. I was playing around with the stun because I like the stun from Dawnbreaker. I thought, but the other one looks like this one does frost damage. The other morph does disease damage, I believe. So there's a morph for Magicka or Stamina on this. However you want to look at it. If you're a Magicka build, go with this morph, Glacial Colossus. If you're a Stamina build, go with the other one, the other morph of Frozen Colossus. Let's see. What am I missing? Oh, one thing. Go to the Living Death Tree. Expunge, Hexproof, is a purge, and it's a class ability that Stamina builds can use even if they need a purge on their bar, but it costs health, and moreover, it costs about the same amount of health that a dot would do. So it only removes 4 dots, yes. I mean, it removes up to 4 dots, which is kind of nice, but you're spending the health that you're trying to protect to remove those dots. Unless I mean, yeah, I've tried it in PvP. It's not good because it gets me killed. Just purging, and then when I'm done purging, I'm in execute range, and the guy's now executing me, and he just reapplies his dots, and I have to hit that again and kill myself if I want to get rid of those dots. So it's much better just to try and heal your way through it. This build I came up with is a Stamina Necro. I've got my weapon buff, armor buff, ult gen, there's a little heal, that's a key component to this build, and then vigor is my heal, with intensive mentor as my magicka dump as a heal. So if I need a heal and I don't have stamina, I have intensive mentor. If I need a heal and I don't have magicka, I have vigor. They're both sort of heal over times, so you want to keep one or two or both. Yeah, rolling at all times. That ultimate's like an emergency. Blast Bones creates a corpse, which is offensive. It's got a defile, and Rending Slashes slows my enemies. Need the snare, so I can not spend so much stamina catching up to them. Detonating Siphon. As soon as the Blast Bones goes off, I hit the Detonating Siphon to get another dot rolling. Having this on the bar increases my damage by 3%. And then here's my spammable Scythe, and then my Execute Whirling Blades. I did go with the Whirling Blades more for the first time. I've always done Steel Tornado till now, but still spin to win. I want the Execute damage for this. And Glacial Colossus, which I'm going to remorph as my ultimate. Now here's why I have the skills set up like this, because Death Knell increases my critical strike chance when the enemy is in execute range by 10% for each of these abilities slotted. I chose 3 of them: Blast Bones, Detonating Siphon, and Glacial Colossus. I wish I could have put the Venomous Skull on there somewhere, but I needed, I think, all of the other skills I'm using. The Scythe is the better spammable, and Whirling Blades is a better execute, and you gotta have the dot, because also Necros have the rapid rot passive, increasing the damage they do with dots. So you want dots. You want dots. If you're in the two-handed tree, you definitely want to be using Carve. Carve is nice. I was playing with that. It's beautiful. Put as many dots as you can on your builds. You'll be stronger than other people with dots. Now also, so basically, if I'm sitting at, this guy has 41, almost 42% weapon crit. If I pop a potion that gives me major weapon crit, that's 51% crit, right? And now if the enemy I'm trying to kill is an execute range, right, that's plus 30%, that's 81% crit, right? And this character, the gear I'm using, I do have now, okay, I have the Thief, that's about 10% crit, but I don't have any gear that has crit on it. So if you simply put gear that has crit on it, like, you'll do almost a guaranteed crit chance on enemies. You can easily get to a guaranteed crit chance on enemies when they're in execute range if you want, just because of the death knell passive and stacking as many of these skills as possible if you're doing damage. There's a ton of things you can do to be more survivable, but let me just break it down this way. If you want to be a powerful necromancer, consume those corpses, turn them into damage, turn them into ultimate, turn them into heals. Whatever you're trying to do as a necromancer, you have to be consuming corpses if you want to be powerful. The thing is, in order to do that, the corpses are not mobile. They stay where they are. Once the corpse is down, it's not moving. Right? So, whatever you're doing, you're not ever going to be as mobile as other players. You can run and catch up to someone, you can make a tune that's faster than everyone else, but once you get there, to that location, you need a corpse at that location to throw down whatever you're trying to do, like the damage or the healing. And then if that guy moves, you gotta reposition, replace another corpse. You gotta consume or create a corpse, and it's a pain. It's in PvP. It's really good for ult gen. Your ult gen is way better than anyone else's possibly could be if you build for that, but you just won't be as mobile. You just won't. So the weakness of Necro is mobility in that sense. The corpses don't move with you. But the benefits of Necro are ult generation. There are some utility skills. Now I want to show you this real quick. This is something you might want to know. So it's a snare and a mobilization, but I'm faster than it is. Look at that. I throw it out to try and snare or mobilize, catch people, and I'm faster than this thing is. So it's not the best. It's not the best at all. If someone's trying to run away from you, and you're using that to catch them, like, you're either gonna catch them anyway, or you're not gonna catch them at all. Don't worry about it. Forget. Ghostly Embrace is cool. It's a snare and immobilize for magic attunes. It is good when someone. I did a build for someone using Magic and Necro where they used the Beckoning Armor to suck enemies into them at point blank range, and then throw the Ghostly Embrace that immobilizes and snares, because the enemy's already been stunned by the Beckoning Armor. The immobilization and the snare are just more stamina drains that they're putting on the enemy. So it is useful in certain circumstances. Bone Totem is a stun if you don't have one anywhere else, and there are definite benefits to these other skills. These two here, Mortal Coil, Life of Mid-Death, those consume corpses to create some pretty good heals over time. I like the Spirit Mender though, because it's definitely more mobile, follows me wherever I go. And those are the benefits of Necro. If you've got questions, put them down in the comments below, or hit me up in game at Tumba, Tumbah. I'd be happy to help you out. Enjoy your day.